What's going on, folk? Got this video today, and I'm sure you see by the title, this is my very first car. So I haven't seen this car in about 12 years, and you're gonna be along with me for the journey. I mean, technically I've already looked at the car, but you're gonna find out a little bit more about the car as I find out more about the car, you know what I'm saying? So check out the intro, and you already know.
Life is like a motherfucking dream. Fill my double cup up with some lean. Yeah, put my dick in your bitch clean. Yeah, rats come.
Alright then, fools. I just want to be clear here. I sold this car back in 2013, which I thought it was before that, but we're gonna go, it's 2013, got the files on paper, stuff like that. And I sold this car because I was getting into the R32. I had just gotten a truck, and I also had quit my job. And what else had happened? Like, it was a very strange time. I had no job for a hot minute. I got in a truck. I was really focused on my 32 because I decided that, like, I was gonna go drifting and go to events and do this and do that. But of course, you know, with not a job comes, you know, not those things too. So with that, I never wanted to sell this car whatsoever. And I remember like every single part in this car because this was my first car. Now, when I say my first car, technically this is actually my second car because my very first car got totaled and all the parts went from that into this car. So this is, I still consider this to be my very first car because the very first car I had is she gone, baby. You know what I'm saying? I throw a little picture in there if I haven't already. And I remember every part that was on this car. I remember all my little flaws and this and that, and it's crazy because like I have so many years and so much work into this one car, like, you know, I have into all my cars, but this one specifically was my daily driver and so many of the things. Now I'm gonna throw like little clips in here of us putting the car in the trailer and getting the car out of the hole. The brakes were frozen because the car hasn't moved in years. Like I said, I sold it in 2013, and fuck, 2013, it's 2025 now. Is that 12 years or some shit? You know what I mean? Like 12 years this car has sat and not moved. And don't get me wrong, well, I understand, I don't know, like I understand that like time happens and weather and shit to vehicles. Like this one's kind of rough. It kind of hit me a little bit, you know what I mean? So with that, let's open up this thing a little bit, you know? We're gonna do this one-shot live take. I ain't gonna do no other shit. We just gonna go live right here, right now. So boom. If you're seeing in the background, you would have seen this car, you know, in my past couple videos, but like it's always in like the background, you know what I mean? I've always got, you know, still have those two cars, obviously the 240, you know what I'm saying? Have these cars and shit, but you've been seeing this little bullshit in the background. There's a reason it's got a tarp on it. We're gonna go with that here in a second too. So let's go ahead and start on doing a couple things. And let's get into this motherfucker right here. And just so we're clear, I didn't tarp this to keep you in suspense or anything else. It's tarp because the window's missing, because this car got broken into years ago, and so for probably I think 8 years it's just been getting rain inside. So let's go ahead and open this girl up. Now I want to be clear also, this technically is my first car. Oh my Lanta. Oh yeah, there she is, all her glory. So what we have here is a 96 Honda Civic. It used to be painted blue. I'm gonna try to find old pictures of like from MySpace days. Like that's all I got left, maybe. It's like a couple MySpace pictures. And like it had a different wing on it, but not that it matters. But it had 5% tint at the time, and you know, a whole bunch of shit. And it did have mixed match wheels like you see here. So fun fact, the wheels here are the other two from the wheels I have on the brown Civic. So all these years, I forgot that this car had 4 of those, 2 of those, and then 2 of my fake TEs. But these ones got stripped. Those ones didn't. See what I'm saying? Bam, bam. When I rocked those fake TEs and those fake hard Giad vans, no one really knew the difference. And because they're all blue, they all had like a similar look to them. But yeah, this is what we got here. Carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber front bumper. What I wanted back in the day for this car was a whole carbon fiber front cap. So that was like the start of like my whole shit, you know what I mean? But you know, upgraded brakes, nothing fancy, just, you know, rotors and pads. These calipers are probably absolutely gone. Who knows? We're not sure. Can't believe I have a fender liner in this car still, which is mind blowing. But different days, different times. Got a little rust popping through from some bodywork joint. Still have drum discs in the rear. Now, there's a lot of different things in this car from back in the day and today. And one of those things is a black chrome Apexi N1 turbo muffler. Mouthful, I'm sure. However, nobody's got this shit anymore. And back in the day, if I can find a picture, I'll throw it in here. Apexi used to offer colored chrome N1 mufflers. And the N1s were all the hot shit back in the day. I happened to buy 2 black chrome turbo Apexi N1s. We're talking back in 2000 and like 6, you know what I'm saying? Like really far, a long time ago. And this one, which is so impressive, still fucking made it. Like, I cannot believe that this muffler made it. Like, I mean, of course, we welded it kind of mean and didn't cover up the exhaust well enough, but I cannot believe that this fucking chrome Apexi muffler fucking made it all these years. Because they're literally notorious for blowing out in the back and getting rusty. So this is like legit shit. So like, it's cool that's still there. Now, you know, all the Hondas, speed holes. Well, back in the day, this car was a turbo B16. I used to street race highway poles, all kinds of shit. So we did that shit, left the bumper reinforcement in case somebody ran into me, you know, whatever. But we did all that kind of crazy shit. Still have the shocker symbols on here. Now this blows my mind too, because I think these are OEM lights. I don't remember exactly, but like, this has been like, this was a painted nice car and everything has died and these fucking stickers are still here. Are you serious right now? Like, that's wild shit. I'm sure these taillights are fucking, pretty sure they're OEM though, but you never know. They might come back with a little wet sand and buff or some shit, but who knows? Anyways, some of the damages we got going on, that guy right there, it's pretty good rust. And the hatchbacks are all notorious for rusting in this entire channel. The silver car, it's over there. Silver car's got a little bit. That car's got a tiny bit, which, I mean, honestly, those 2 Civics actually have almost none in comparison. The Integra's got some. Like, they're all the Honda hatchbacks have them. The 92, 95 Civic hatchbacks, same thing in the corners here and there. Rusty, that kind of shit, you know what I mean? What else we got? You know, we got some rust here and some rust there. We got a lot of shit. There's a lot of crazy shit going on here. So let's jump in here real quick. What's left? Let me go on the other side. Hold on. Let's go on the other side real quick. I already opened up this hatch once and the shocks are fucking gone. So there's that too. But so back in the day, what I was doing is this support here goes all the way across. I fucking cut it and let it just come down like this to reduce it. The dashboard's still in here, which is crazy. My original nitrous lines are still in here, so that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cool. I have the most ghetto, shitty intercooler piping you've ever seen with like all this, you know what I mean? And multiple stages, but back in the day, nobody was fabricating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me open this bitch up. The fact that it even opens is pretty crazy to me too, honestly. Stripped the door panels out this bitch. Just had this little guy. That's all you needed to grab it shut. Still crank windows. There's still a window on this side, so I'm gonna roll this bitch back up. But yeah, the last thing I did to this car was start to fully gut it. And I used to have a bunch of bars back here before the Miracle X bar came out, like all man, I barred everything, so like it stiffened up the chassis and shit. And yeah, we got a lot of little things in here. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go in here, but it still has my Civic Type R chrome shift knob. Not much left of that poor guy. I have a short shifter with polyurethane bushings, which actually still feel pretty damn good considering, but they probably got saved technically speaking. What else we got in here? My intercooler's still here, not sure if it's the right one. There's this radiator in here, which the car had an aluminum one, but that's not the original one that was in the car. So that probably got heisted. This car did have coilovers on it, but after doing some investigating, those coilovers were taken off because I did sell the car. So the guy that owned them, oh, I can't open it. I gotta get a key. All right. The guy that I sold it to, he did take a lot of parts off this car over the time. So a lot of things I've just gone like little bits here, little bits there. So, you know what I'm saying? It sucks, but like at the same time, it's like, if it's not your car, do what you want with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go in here real quick. Now this is gonna be a little sad in here because when this car got broken into, it got robbed in more than one way. But let me hit you with that thing real quick. All right, there we go. Like this is like a, oh shit. This is a big throwback in time right here. Look at that. ACT, extreme clutches, NGK spark plugs, the fucking green stuff, the has port. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might not look like shit, but this right here, like the turbo's stolen out of it or gone out of it. The car still has traction bar, well, one traction bar out of the two. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still have like a modified turbo fucking drain line. This car had like everything. Still has the MSD distributor fucking piece here from back in the day. You see what I'm saying? Hasport engine mounts, but they're like, yo, these mounts back in the day, I paid like fucking $500 for. All billet aluminum and like super gangster, which they gone now, but still real deal shits, you know what I'm saying? Turbo manifold still here. This is still here. This is actually broken from when I totaled my Civic, the tan car. When if you looked at the picture, the entire front was crushed like this. The engine actually got turned. The intake manifold actually hit the firewall. The whole shock tower was pushed. And I never knew it then, but now I realize it now that when all that happened, it actually bent the doors too. Because the windows were down in the doors, the impact actually crushed the doors a little bit. So the windows wouldn't even roll up anymore. It's crazy. But I'm trying not to stand too close to this shit because like this raw carbon shit right here is like the worst ultra fiberglass shit you've ever fucking dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And we still got fucking little ghetto HIDs in here. Like I said, that, you know, got the Hasport joints, skunk 2 cam gears. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Man, I wonder if these things will clean up, because if they do, I tell you what, I'm gonna steal these motherfuckers for the other car. I tell you that right now, the babe. You know what I'm talking about? What we got here? This is a wideband controller. This is back in the day shit. Different. Well, we got some kind of a little nest, a little rat's nest, a little bird's nest. Let's get that out of here for the time being. Man, I got a lot of shit. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, that's the rest of the wires. Man, I wonder if this is any good still. It'd be crazy if it was. But what else we got here? It's kind of hard because, like, I remember so much about this car. And, like, all the things I bought, all the things I did. And I know there's a lot of shit missing on this car, too. Which is, again, understandable. If it's, once you sell it, that's it. It's gone, you know what I mean? So, like, I remember, like, buying this. Like, honestly, I would love to use this on the silver Civic because this would bolt right onto it. But whether this line is still good or not, it's a different story. You know what I mean? But honestly, I could probably just steal the fittings off this and make my own line. I probably actually have it now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing that. That's cool. But I made a ghetto catch can system back in the day. This guy right here was my breather setup, and I have like, it goes like from the valve cover into here, had a little extra breather there. It has breathers that go from the block into here, then a thing that goes back down in the block, so any oil vapors that they still drain back into the motor, which I'm actually going to do for the silver Civic as well, but just a much more refined, less shitty way. So yeah, We got that. I got some wires in here. I don't even know what the fuck going on with that. That's some shit that I did back in the day. What else we got? Man, like, man, throttle body still feels nice. You know what I mean? Man, this shit crazy, dog. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. You know what I'm saying? Man, back in the day, I used to be super fucking careful about a lot of things, but then some things not so careful anymore. And yeah, I got a little, yeah, cleans up right there, little baby. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not talking as much as I should, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of like pumped that like I'm out here doing this shit right now. It's crazy that I bought this car, and what's cool is the guy I sold it to years ago when I sold it to him, I told him, I said, hey, the amount of money I'm selling you the car for, it's fucking hot. The amount of money I'm selling you the car for is massively too low. So I told him this. I said, listen, I'll make you a deal. I'll sell you the car for the price, but you have to sell it back to me for that same price. Now keep this in mind. 13 years, 12 years is a long time. You know what I mean? Like, a lot happens in life between now and then, and you know, whatever the case is. But like for me, I always figured one day I'd come back for this car. It's unfortunate she's so rough, but also at the same time, I'm now in a position to where I can afford to have it because I bought it back for what I sold it for, which is dumb cheap. And then like also just like the fact that the guy kept his word. Fuck, yo, 12 years, you kidding me? Like, people can't keep their word for 5 minutes, let alone 12 years. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's just cool that like years ago I got rid of this car and he still sold it back to me because he didn't want to sell it back to me. You know what I mean? Which is understandable. These days, Hondas and the prices for everything for them, the value is like, it's jumping up like crazy. You know what I mean? So like, I understand him saying, hey, like, I don't really want to sell you this car, but he stayed committed to the idea that I'm asking back for my vehicle. You know what I mean? So like, I can't really, you can't, I mean, that's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? So even though this old girl, she's got a few parts missing from before and, you know, all that kind of stuff, it is cool to see that I still have a lot of the main components and keys like still here. Like, you don't realize this right now, but these days, just the head off this motor is worth like $1,500. You know what I'm saying? This block's no good. I have to put like pistons and rods in it or just like hone it out, re-ring it. That's assuming that like after all these years of sitting, it doesn't get fucked up. This transmission in here, while it's not a desirable transmission, this transmission's got, I think, like 60,000 miles on it. And like, then I stopped driving, you know what I mean? So like, this right here is worth good money. The chassis is not worth as much money anymore, of course, but like, you know, there's a lot of work put in this car. Back in the day, we did every little thing we could. Look at that. Your mom loves my Honda, dog, you know what I'm saying? This car has an original core support on it still. So for those of you that don't know, every Honda in the fucking world, every single one of them have an aftermarket core support because everybody crashes these fucking cars for some reason. But this one still has an original core support. And while that's not a big deal, you cannot jack up a car, a Honda, with an aftermarket core support because they just fold and they bend. You can jack up the entire car from this core support to this day. You know what I'm saying? Which is tight. Now to jump back under here, what else we got? Let's see. The original coilovers, that's not them there. They got heisted a long time ago. That's just a stock oil pan. We tapped and welded and drilled that shit years ago. And, you know, cool stuff. Now, the other cool thing too is, if you look carefully, you'll see all that fuzz on my exhaust piping. And that's because, ouch. That's because back in the day, one, that was great for a car with no AC, no power steering. You rolled the windows down when you drove this thing, you know what I'm saying? And it kept the floors from being hot. But two, the idea was to keep all the heat from the turbo wrapped inside, so it helped channel all the energy out the back of the car, which is spooling and a whole bunch of other shit, you know what I'm saying? These days, you know, better turbos are available. We're talking about a Chinese ass turbo from back in the day. And man, like, I remember when I had this car and I had my R32, this car was my daily driver. And like, man, it's just crazy that like the 32 was never supposed to be a car I kept, and I ended up keeping it because no one bought it in time. And then this engine ended up letting go. It was just the bottom end lost compression. So either there's no rings in the pistons anymore because they're all in the oil pan probably, or there's holes in the pistons, or whatever the case is. But like, regardless of the fact, it's still, I don't even know what to say, man. You know what I mean? Like, as like I'm talking about this with you right now, I'm still thinking about like more parts that are on the car. Like I forgot, like there's like a damn near like an $800 clutch and flywheel setup in this car. Like there's so many parts in this car, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like my daily driver was this car, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like once it died, like I started driving the R32, and the R32 was still for sale at the time. So I was like, you know, whatever. And then after I decided to keep it, that's when like everything like went not downhill, but like, you know what I mean? Like I went for, you know, went for gold at that point, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, this is crazy. Like I want to take this car off this trailer really bad, but I think I'm gonna leave it here for now because I don't really, I mean, I can just dump it in the yard, but I don't want to dump another car in the yard. At this point, technically it's mobile because it's on the trailer and I can move the trailer still. But like, man, this car is cool. You know what I mean? Man, look at that. Still have one of those little braces right there. Didn't do a whole lot, but you know, it did something, you know what I mean? But this thing, man, the plans I have for this fucking car, I'm gonna tell you now. The plans for this car, one, to be resurrected. There's gonna be multiple stages of resurrection, but like I'm gonna build this car like I'm doing my 32. No compromising, just full fucking sick, full crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like everything like I wanted like back in the day for like a race car style build, I'm gonna do this car. This car is going to get a cage. I want to do Lexan, I want to do carbon fiber. And I mean, like, I want to do some cool shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to go too over the top, but like resurrecting this car, bringing it back, I think is going to be awesome. I want to keep this original bumper and this hood on here because as funny as it is, this hood's actually one of my favorite for the Honda Civics for this chassis. This bumper, I'm not a big aftermarket bumper guy. It's pretty cool, but like this is definitely cool shit. And I gotta say something else. This sticker is still on this fucking car. That's a Moroso sticker. I forget why I have a Moroso sticker. This sticker is still on this car. As you can see, this one's gone. It's still here. And like, I'm sure it's not in great shape, but the quality of that sticker is so impressive. It's not even fucking funny. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys, I know it's a long-winded video about me talking and walking around this car and shit, and like, man, you don't know how bad I want to like tear into this and like, you know, get after it and shit, but like the reality of it is here is this is going to be a very long-term build, just like the R32. I don't have any plans on this car right now or probably even this year, to be honest with you, of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm probably not even gonna touch this car this year. If anything, this car might just get more parts robbed from it. You know what I mean? Not many parts, because there's really not much left of this thing, you know what I mean? But like, realistically, if I can clean up the carbon fiber hood, try to like fix it up enough, respray it so it's actually not a total piece of shit. When I do the 2000 front end conversion on my silver car, I can at least have to not buy a hood for it right away. I already kind of have one. Boom. You see what I'm saying? So then like that'll kind of be helpful for that. Or I mean, to be honest, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. Like, I'm just pumped at the fact that like I have this car back. It's my first car. I'm gonna fucking build it. I'm gonna build it cool as fuck, like how I used to want it to be. And it's funny because this car's blue. It was supposed to go black. And I got taught, like, got talked out of painting the car black. Oh, the body work and this and black cars show everything, and I got fucking talked out of painting this car fucking black. So this car was supposed to be black. I just want to put this on record. So if everyone talking about to paint my fucking Civic black, don't talk to me anymore, okay? That's it. I want to hear your shit. Don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. It's just wild, man. Like, I'm kind of, it's rough. I ain't gonna front. Like, this is rough as fuck. And like, when I last saw this car, I saw this car probably 6 years ago. It didn't even look this bad. So I know that like the weather has like really taken its toll on here. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, like just, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work. But I got really cool plans for this thing. I hope that they all kind of work out over time. And I'm gonna strip this car down and I'm gonna just do this car. You know what I mean? I say I'm gonna strip the windows and put like Lexan in here, but you never know, depending if the glass is actually not destroyed on the surface. May end up keeping the glass, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple things, but for the most part, this car is gonna be, again, another no expense spared car. I'm gonna spend a lot of money in this car. Everything that's in here is probably getting thrown in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause all of it is pretty much trash. You know what I mean? So like this right here, that's not my original radiator. That is another one, but I don't know, that one's orange as fucking side. And I used to have a coil radiator in here, really badass one. So like, honestly, I was kind of, what sucks is like the silver car, I want to put a coil radiator in it. And when I got this car, I'm like, oh, this car's got one, fuck yeah. And then there's the different one in here. It's not a high-end one, it's a cheap one. And I'm like, oh man, that kind of sucks. Cause like I was gonna put that radiator in the Civic there, clean it out, flush it out. Then on that car would have a nice fresh ass radiator, shit like that. But man, I don't know where to go with this. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep rambling, but like the more I look, the more I see, the more I'm checking out, the more I'm, you know what I mean? So like this car's gonna go fuel cell. There's no way this gas tank in this car is good. Like there's no fucking way. Like I would be so impressed. And it sucks cause like there's like a Warble 255 in this car. Like there's a badass fuel pump setup in this car, which you know that thing's toast too. But like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. You know what I mean? So this video I'm also doing too. One, you get to see my first car now, well, back sort of, whatever. And then like we painted this car in my parents' garage like fucking years ago. Actually, no, I lied. My tan car, we painted in my parents' garage. This one, we sprayed in my buddy's shop in the middle of winter with zero heat. And as a matter of fact, I remember I held a light because there was no light inside there. There was 2 electrical outlets. So when we sprayed, so my buddy at the time, when he sprayed one side of the car, I held the light, you know what I'm saying? And like he was spraying the car and shit, I'm holding the light so he could like see and shit. And then like I'd walk to the other side, I'd walk to the back and he'd spray this part, he'd spray that part. I just kept following him around and we're covered in overspray and got no fucking masks on. Like it's super cold. The car didn't dry for like 2 fucking days. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit was crazy. You know what I mean? Like the venting was horrible. Like there was a lot of funky shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like the stories about this car and like the things, and I don't know. We're just stay with me, okay? Just stay with me here, because this car is gonna be cool as fuck. I promise. I know that you guys watching my channel, watch my shit, may not really fuck with like Honda shit, but if you're watching my channel and you're watching my shit, you need to know something. I am not a Nissan only guy. You know what I'm saying? I like cars. I prefer Hondas, I prefer Nissans, but I do a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying? Hondas are something I'm getting back into, and these are a fun ass journey. Not only nostalgia, but like, I don't know, just so many other things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling here. And again, we look back right here at this thing, boy. I know it's a long video talking, but like this right here, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna throw any pictures I got in this thing while I'm talking, or if I already have or haven't, I don't know yet. Hold on. Pick my tail, get up in my truck. Man, this poor girl here, she gonna get the business, boy. She gonna get the business. Yo, like this Rockstar sticker is still here. Like that's crazy. I got that from a Rockstar rep because this was a big company back in the day. And even funnier, back in the day, you can still see the outline of it here. I had a Rockstar tattoo here on my fucking knee, which we covered up with the Great Ape. But I don't know, just cool shit, wild shit. I'm super excited. I know I keep rambling, but just remember, stick the fuck around, because this year we're going pump and jump, you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to jump out the gym, baby, you know what I'm saying? So stick around, find the fuck out, and remember, stay sucker free.